Woo! Good morning. It is chilly in here. All right, let's get this up to speed here. 2.5, 3 miles an hour. Welcome to TreadTalk. I'm Cray. Today I wanted to talk to you about how to unlock your motivation, how to maybe shift your momentum, switch it up, get a little bit more drive in the day. I think one of the things that most people need to do is they need to understand their drive and the desire that comes with that. When I was talking about the hormones, those will really affect your drive and your desire as well. Having those circulating in your brain and making your conscious and subconscious mind to work, sorting out problems and pushing you in the direction that you want to go. So when you start exercising and you get those hormones running, your drive and desire is really important to pay attention to. And so I use that fuel, that desire to lose that weight, to get in better shape, to look better, to not feel very self-conscious of myself. For me, that's where I got to the 75-pound mark. It took me 2 years to get there. I had to keep that drive and that mindset going in order to get there. Another thing I do is I use a lot of reflection. Most people would call it an inner critic. Most times it's just us criticizing ourselves, and we take a lot of emotional impact from that. So using that inner critic of yourself, you know, your situation, your life, your surroundings, whatever, and realizing that it's not necessarily something that's negative. It's just your brain going through the processes of making you aware of how you're changing. Once you get past that point and you build the mindset, the discipline and everything will come no problem. And discipline is one of those things that keeps you in the game. I've said before, not every workout, not every day is going to be a banging day, but the discipline will keep you going. If you're starting a journey and you think that your inner critic is really holding you back or is the thing that you're having the most struggle with, just remember all of us went through that too, and people are going through that right now. One of the things that I really started doing when I started this journey was being grateful. I'm not talking in the sense of having a roof over my head and food on my table, because I am very grateful for those things. But grateful for the small stuff. The squirrel running along the fence line beside me, Canada geese flying across the sky. Those little moments, just moments too, when you meet people out saying good morning, stuff like that. Be grateful, be thankful. That changes your mind. It makes your brain realize that you're not focusing on the negative stuff, right? You're focusing on the positive. You're focusing on what works. Sometimes you'll feel like you're stagnating or you're falling backwards. Think about as a kid, you know, you're jumping over a creek. What'd you do? You take a couple steps backwards, then you'd run and take that one big step, that one big leap. Makes sense, right? Think of it that way. When you feel stagnant and that you're not moving, that's often the moment where the growth is actually happening. Those are the times when you really notice how much your life is changing, how much better you feel. Your mental state, emotional state, physical state, they're all connected. And I know it sounds kind of hokey from a guy standing on a treadmill in his shed, but I've done this a lot. I've looked at this because for me it's important. I want to be healthy. I want to be fit. That's what a fitness journey is like. It's like the 24 hours at spa. Sometimes you got to come in and hit the pits for an hour plus to fix something, get back out in that race, make up the time you lost. But you did the right thing by coming into the pits and getting the mechanics to look it over. You think about your body the same way. It's not a drag race and it's not a sprint. It's an endurance race. When you're navigating your life and you're putting more into your schedule or putting more meat and potatoes in front of you, it takes a little bit to catch up. Feeling of overwhelmed, and sometimes you just start overthinking. That's your brain working through the problems. And sometimes those subconscious workings will creep into your conscious mind. But understand a lot of that is self-created. The doubt that you have, those things that you hear in your head, maybe from your past, people telling you you couldn't or you shouldn't. I have them. But when you get your brain together and you start focusing on yourself and your immediate environment and becoming a better person and helping those around you to become better, so build that healthy mindset. Be grateful, be gracious, look around and appreciate the day. See the squirrels, appreciate the outside, be thankful for your blessing, and focus on what's working. It's very important. That helps your brain understand that it's in a positive place and that you're moving forward and it doesn't have to worry so much anymore. I got to take this off. So doing these things will also allow your brain to focus on the other things that are important. When your brain understands that you're building routines and you're improving your habits, improving your state of well-being, going to help you out. That's what it wants. What do you think of my fan shirt? It takes time, it takes effort, it takes commitment, but most of all, I think it takes the mindset. You will hit certain parts in this journey where you're just jazzed, you're pumped up. And you will hit parts in this journey where you're just like, man, nothing is working. I just don't feel anything. And it's important to, when you get to those not working stages of your journey, re-examine everything. Don't expect to fix all these problems at once, but understand you have these things you need to work on. I'll do what I can to help you out, but seek out that information. If you're not sure about something, find it out. Don't just let your brain wallow in the problem. Seek the answer. Always be moving forward. Momentum is the key. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I hope it's good information or it's helping you out in some way. Woo! All right, that's great. You all have a good day and we'll talk to you soon.